Bro, man, listen. There's a matter of lubricating. There's a matter of just like being disrespectful to my dick.
Not disclaimer real quick. If it ain't dripping off your balls, you ain't getting it done.
I'm fucking dead right out here. All right. Welcome back to the Bloods Lab. I am Al, joined by my brothers Marcus, Rick, Matt, and Sean. What's going on, fellas?
What to do?
What up, all?
Hello. Good to see y'all.
Yeah, we've got quite a few things we're going to talk about today, so let's jump right into it. First video I want to show, I'm always highlighting bad white people, so I kind of want to highlight some good white folks.
Would it be a blunt lab without it?
Yeah, no. So go ahead and roll first clip.
Going after him, I saw that. Yes, I saw that. There were people going after you, and the cops went after you, and not the other white guy.
You go, Carol.
I saw that. You were the one that was being accosted. There was a couple like white guys over there that were going after him. They got out of his vehicle and he was trying to back away. Oh, one of these cops actually believed the white guy when they said this guy was the one in the
Sounds about right.
That's what happened. I don't give a shit.
That's part of white privilege a lot of folks don't want to talk about. You're going off.
Yeah, why didn't you pull over the other guys that were part of it? We're done. Okay, good.
Yeah, if it's word for word, I will say that that's typically the way to go.
I told you what happened. I told you what happened. This guy was accosted by other people.
Yeah, they have it. Now, if that was a black woman in her place, we all know how that would have went down. But I do want to give this girl kudos for what she did. Most folks don't do what she did, so yeah, thank you for that.
Sure.
Now, there's something that's been going on running around the internet. At first, I didn't know what the fuck it was, so I had to look it up. And I personally think it's fucking hilarious. Roll tape.
Go crazy every time.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
Spit on that thing, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before you go any further, my wife had told me that if you brought this up today, which you now have, fucking 2 minutes into the show, that I'm supposed to tell you she fucked it up for the chicks in the world that do that, because now she gave them like a cheat code. So the chicks are actually mad at her. I was actually pretty proud.
Oh, God forbid. No, listen, you can spit on it, but I mean, there's a level too. Like, Hawk 2 is, I don't want no loogie on my dong. So
fucking you ain't never had that good shit then, Sean.
Bro, man, listen. There's a matter of lubricating. There's a matter of just like being disrespectful to my dick.
Not disclaimer real quick. If it ain't dripping off your balls, you ain't getting it done.
I'm fucking dead right out here. Oh, God. Well, old girl was having a good old time. I believe she was in Tennessee. She was drunk.
They were in Nashville, yeah.
Now, she's an adult. She was asked a question. She answered it. Now, I see no reason why they fired this girl from her job just because she's a preschool teacher or whatever.
That's disturbing.
Yeah.
That oversight has gone that far. I mean, it's freedom of speech at the end of the day. When you're not at work, I mean, look, at the end of the day, yeah, the kids look up to her. That should be admired. What she does outside that job is her. She could still be a person. And I guarantee you, they hear worse on YouTube.
Well, it's the part where they said that her students would see it. I don't buy that, because the age group that they're in, because I don't know how much of this is true, but the age group that they're inciting that she teaches over is like, you're talking about 3 or 4 year olds.
Yeah.
They're not going to really end up in those algorithms. Now, if it was like middle schoolers, 9th, 10th graders in high school and shit, I could see. And even
if they say, "Can you thank you, Al?" If that was my teacher, I would love that.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
Being, so like, being people? Yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm going back to the more of them using that as an excuse. Like, I don't buy that 2, 3, and 4-year-olds are going to see that in their algorithm. Now, I can see them saying our high school students saw it and it caused this disturbance and blah, 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 blah. I don't buy it with them.
Even then. She should be able to say whatever the hell she wants when she's outside the confines of that school as a person. And especially
I just mean them using the excuse. I'm not saying that that's my position on it.
Now, here's my thing. If you're concerned about the kids seeing it and shit, it goes back to the parental issue. Nobody's paying attention to what their kids are watching, doing, saying. If you're worried about that shit, be a parent. Watch what your kids' content consists of. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, she should be able to say whatever she wants, and it be put on a mature enough platform where these kids are not going to be, they're going to be blocked from it by good parenting.
And when you think about it, again, she's a fucking adult. She's on her own time. She said nothing wrong. Nothing she said was wrong.
And it wasn't even dirty.
More right than anything.
Like, I mean,
by today's standards, it was pretty much.
That entire, that was just a small clip from the interview. That entire interview was hilarious.
Oh, she said some fun things. No, she said some fun stuff.
She was talking about getting the cobwebs knocked out of her, talking about having like 4 to 7 on her fucking roster, just waiting for the one, talking about Pookie, I love you. Like her entire interview was hilarious. Again,
yeah, it was good.
She was in Tennessee.
My number will be right here on the...
getting fucked up, having fun. She was asked a few questions. She answered said questions. Why the fuck would you fire her? I mean, really?
Only time I could see it being a thing is if she did that like at school.
Right. Tennessee, were in the school, if you were in front of the students, absolutely. Give her...
It is kind of...
And if you're advising the kids to spit on that thing...
That's how you do it, kids.
Then you need to be fired.
Right. There's a time and a place, in preschool or wherever she teaches is not the place to teach that. But when you're outside of school, and I mean, it brings up a good point though too, freedom of speech. I mean, my biggest thing is first, you can stay and do whatever you want. Now, we all know when a third-party private company gets involved, then it's kind of like, oh, well, we can do whatever we want. We're our own company. But when it's a school, now it's a private school, so it's sticky. But man, like I said, at the end of the day, people just being people outside of work is not a problem.
It's a very high Christian area too. So they're you know what I mean? Like that was LA, New York.
A judgmental area, you mean? Like,
yeah, it was
to the root of that.
Yeah, like they're gonna see that as a lot higher on the scale. And so, I get it, but at the same time, doesn't mean I agree with it. But
yeah, I believe the young lady's name is Haley. I wish you the best of luck. I hope things work out for you. And you were not wrong in this situation. If anyone says you were, you can kindly tell them to go fuck themselves.
And kudos to her friend
from
too.
the Blunt Lab.
Yeah,
her co-signed by the Blunt Lab.
Her friend was funny too. Her friend gave homeboy that was doing the interview her number.
Yep.
Yeah, she was cool. They were just having a good time, man.
All right. So next video clip. This young man was once hailed as the messiah of R&B/hip hop. Never by me, just other people. I believe he got the better end of the stick when it came to the Janet Jackson Super Bowl thing, when it came to the Britney Spears thing.
I mean,
let's take a look at this young fella who got pulled over for DUI.
Look at Justin Timberlake's
eyes. Just take a look at this motherfucker's eyes, man. This is wrong. This is
now my boy was smoking and drinking.
He's never kept it quiet.
He's riding.
Look at this eyeball. I'm gonna tell you right now. From a guy who used to party, that's cocaine and liquor right there, bro.
Oh yeah, probably.
I was gonna say I'd seen a comment on there earlier. It said, "Bro ain't on cocaine. Cocaine's on bro."
Look at those eyes, dude.
Man.
It's like he's struggling to blink. They're so wide open.
Well, they all take Adderall too. It's pretty well known that these guys take all Adderall if they don't do cocaine.
Yeah, it's become kind of a big thing, the Adderall.
So allegedly, he's definitely on something that's also an upper. And the whole incident of getting pulled over, at least the cop didn't let him fucking go and him get away with it, because think about all the backlash.
He didn't know who he was. That cop didn't know who he was.
The cop was a young fella. Didn't know who the fuck he was.
No idea.
And I mean, I don't think Justin pulled the "Do you know who I am" card anyway.
Yeah, what I mean, I feel he did the, like you just said, like you brought up the Britney situation. and and whatnot. He's always been really good about the way he responds to such matters. And I think he probably was thinking, as much as he could, it looked like he was thinking in the right pattern, because he kind of went along with it. He cooperated. He didn't make a big stink. He didn't even come back out on social media when he got out and try to lie to us all and act like he didn't do it, or not necessarily not do it. Just, he didn't come out and try to act like a victim in the case. Like, he knows he fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And he's not trying to like push blame and shit. So I'm glad he did what he did. But at the same time, like you said, bro, the pretty boy goes down.
He was pretty clear hit. He only had a martini.
Yeah, okay.
He had a martini 2 hours ago.
Must have been a real strong martini. Let me go around the corner real quick.
And a lot of people were online too, bitching that he didn't get a driver.
Most of those motherfuckers should get a driver anyway.
That's what I mean.
I want to ask everybody, so you first, are you a fan of Justin? Before Brittany, before Janet, and after?
Don't lie, Marcus. Just tell her.
Tell us what you really think.
I thought you were deep in thought, dog. My bad.
No, I thought you said my bad.
Nah, he shouldn't have played it.
I thought you said Rick. No, I thought you said Rick. My bad.
No,
hell yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Yeah, why wouldn't I be? He's a great artist. I can compartmentalize shit and like your personal shit and everything about that. I can put that aside. He's a great artist. He's made great music, and he's human. He fucks up. Okay.
Yeah,
that Britney shit. That Britney stuff, we don't know anything about that until that shit comes out.
Oh, we know.
We know some stuff. We know some stuff. We don't.
Oh, we know. Robson put that shit out on Front Street.
And like the Janet thing, I felt like at the time he probably got off on the good side of that. I mean, that was fucked up. I said at the time it was fucked up.
The Janet thing, the Janet Justin Timberlake thing, is
that was
the
his
reason
fault.
why. Is the reason why Howard went to Sirius Radio, and everything changed in radio. This happened on TV, but everything changed in radio.
There was definitely a change in allowance, like the whole how much they censor, bleep, and fine for changed after that. Absolutely, 100%.
Because of that. And again, Janet disappeared after that. Justin got the better end of it. Britney Spears, again, what he did to Britney, I
gotta investigate more into that. I don't know anything about that.
I mean, look, you're out there calling her a cheater.
What goes around comes
around too. Exactly.
Well, what goes around comes around tells the whole fucking story, like from the way it's all been told, even from the backstage, right? So that dancer guy, the choreographer, she fucked him. He told Justin, like, this is not some sort of alleged shit. They've both made it pretty clear this is how all three of them have made it clear that this is how it all went down. And then after that, though, see, Justin's clean-cut image changed after that. So honestly, that situation, in sort of the same way that Kim K and Ray J made Kim K become famous, right? Without going too far into their story, this same sort of you know what I mean, situation, like bad press, good press scenario, is really helped Justin blow up, because he blew up that album blew him up, and Timbaland has a lot to do with it. But without going too far into it, I think the Britney situation really, really helped blow him up, man. That was good press for him, and he played it good.
Well, it's a good example of there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Right. Everything was good for him.
Yes,
but not for the
devil Al. He's right there in that same group with all the rest of them motherfuckers that you talk about all the time. JT has definitely sold his.
And here's the reason. I mean, she was going through a lot of shit at the time. That was when she was painted as crazy, but that was probably a good reason why she was painted as crazy, because the industry was supporting Justin at the time, and they were split. So I mean, to make him look better, they had to demonize her. Between that and the conservatorship, it's.
I don't know if y'all seen her. She's doing that herself. She's acting like a fucking crazy person.
Doing since the drop of the conservatorship. Listen, this is a meaningless plug. Probably if you don't follow her on fucking social media. Yeah. Oh my god,
playing with knives and shit. She wilding, man.
Somebody's behind the camera, man, and
we
know she's not in her right mind. We know this.
And that's another thing I want to say. It's not her fault. Everything that's happened and how she's perceived, that's not her fault, because they've done this to her. But it is obvious that she's definitely not in her right mind at this point.
Yeah.
Oh no,
she's not doing anything to detract from what they did either. I mean, it's not getting any better for her on her own.
No, definitely not.
She don't give a fuck. She's on some I don't give a fuck right now.
Before I move on to the next clip, I just want to fuck with everybody's heads here.
Oh shit!
You know, we talk a lot about cloning and all this other stuff.
Sounds about right.
Well, word on the street, and we're not going to discuss this. I'm just going to mention what I've heard, and I've heard it more than once, so we can move on. Apparently, Justin and Brittany were in a car accident some time ago together.
Really?
They're saying that they did not survive said accident, and that the two we see today.
I would buy it.
Wow.
This next video.
It's very Kanye.
This next video, man, because I know it's gonna just segue in right into the Kendrick concert since you guys want to talk about that shit. This next video here, I just want to add, I just want to. One, I just want to say what the fuck. Two, I want to say what is happening. Roll clip.
Y'all see this?
It's like
Wiz Khalifa heard the lady say it was sundress season, and he took that personal. He looked like every drug dealer's first baby mama. It looked like the caption on this video was "Lil Booties Matter." He got on Skims for hims. This straight from the Dave Chappelle collection of wife beaters. That shirt supposed to snap in between the legs. This looked like a WNBA player's OnlyFans page. Auntie Wiz, what is you doing?
All right, Matt, I gotta know how you feel about
Matt, what's your favorite?
I thought it was weird. I'm not gonna lie when I first saw it, but at the same time, he's working out. He's just got a big T-shirt and small shorts on. He's in his own house doing his own shit.
You think he's all dressed?
Okay. I'm gonna say what it reminds me
on social media though. You outside your house now.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone knows about this show called The Boondocks.
We do.
It reminds me of an episode where Riley was trying out Gangstalicious dress line, and he was wearing a skirt, and he thought it was shorts.
Wait, what the hell are you wearing? Is that a bra?
What? It's just a wife beater.
Where are your pants? Why are you wearing a skirt?
Nah, Granddad. These are Gangstalicious shorts for thugs. See, they got an extra flap with a pocket, so you hide what you want to hide from the police. Kinda hot, right? You want me to see if he got your size?
But you're carrying a purse.
What? Come on, Granddad. This ain't no purse. It's a Gangstalicious man bag. What's wrong?
Nothing.
It was like, whatchamacallit? Yeah, they were like hybrid shorts. You remember, because they had the shorts underneath the skirt
with the little flap.
Yeah,
but it's a fucking skirt.
Okay. Yes, but he is working out, so I kind of get it.
Matt, I love you.
I wore some goofy shit while I'm working out.
Matt, I love you. I know you're not going to wear a dress when you're working out, bro. I know you don't wear a dress when you're working out. My man is wearing a dress. Okay.
It's the shorts that make it look like that, though. If he had some longer shorts on or some sweatpants with that long-ass T-shirt, y'all aren't saying that.
If he did, but you could say the same thing about a dude wearing a dress. If he wasn't wearing a dress, it wouldn't look like he's wearing a dress. If he did.
Not the same. It's not the same thing.
I was saying, he's always kind of been out there, though, like, as far as his dress and, like, his style. He's always kind of been out there, so
he's always been... That is not a dress. That's not
those shoes. He's not feminine. We sat there, we're like, yo, that beat's dope. Yeah. But those shoes, what the fuck are you doing?
But he's not feminine. So
he's pushing the line, man. He's pushing the line.
So out there means wearing a dress?
That is not a dress.
Hey, that's 2024. Now, in 2024, out there might be meaning wearing a dress, bro. Yeah,
I think that was a wife beater in short shorts. So let's be real.
That was a wife beater. That was a super big one.
That was stupid long.
Look, you're wearing a wife beater right now. Okay. Right. If I ask you to stand up, is that wife beater going to be down to your knees like this nigga's dress?
No,
bro.
Okay,
you're gonna see shorts more than shirt.
You know,
but Al, you remember
wearing a wife beater and some shorts.
the early 2000s, dudes was wearing them long ass tees, bro. You don't remember that shit?
That's what I'm saying. It's the same
tees.
shit.
They look like dresses.
It just
bro.
looks so crazy.
Yeah, I remember.
So you know what
it
I
looks
say?
so crazy right now
around,
because he's basically wearing draws with that.
You know what I say to those niggas? You get.
Okay,
if that's offensive,
different. It would be different if Wiz was standing there. It would be different if Wiz was standing there. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a dress. Fuck you, motherfuckers." Like that would be one thing. But I mean, when it just looks like a dress, it's kind of like, okay, he's being weird again.
And look, I'm not making fun of him. If he likes to wear a dress, hey.
Oh, like when Kid Cudi wore a dress for Kurt Cobain.
See, when Kid Cudi wore a fucking dress to the fucking Met Gala.
That's something different. Cuddy's a little different.
Cuddy did it on SNL, bro. He was in a fucking dress on SNL.
He said, that was the same dress.
And that is not the same
thing. Kurt Cobain was wearing.
Cuddy's out there.
Cuddy's out there. Not the same thing.
Let me say, let me repeat myself again because I've said it before. There was only one man. There was only one man that walked the face of this planet.
That could wear dresses.
Okay, Prince. I could literally go shopping in the female section and get away with it, and that's Prince. And we all know this nigga was a G.
I knew it was Prince.
We all know this nigga was a G.
These cats might be trying to emulate Prince, bro.
Nah, man. No.
They're getting told to do it, to feminize.
I'm going to say, as a Scottish man, if you guys haven't tried wearing a kilt, do it. It's definitely fucking awesome. I'm just saying, kilts are great.
I'm not sitting there. I'm not advocating for it. Hey, look, I'm not advocating to do it. I'm just saying, people do shit.
It is.
They do
I'm not trying to wear a sundress, but I wear a kilt. So, I mean, it's different.
To Al's point, part of the agenda is for these motherfuckers to feminize our men in our culture and that culture. It's the whole,
especially black dude.
Exactly. That culture right now is being feminized. And part of it is to make, they want the girls gay and they want the boys gay, so they stop fucking having sex enough to make babies. Like, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. I agree. I buy that.
I agree wholeheartedly, but if you think what Wiz was wearing is bad, Young Thug dropped an album in like 2016.
Yes.
Motherfucker was wearing a legit dress.
Yes, but
please go look at that album cover and then come back to me about your ideas on Wiz.
It's
like a Victorian dress,
very
shit. Come on,
he
bro.
also fucked the devil in the video. He literally put his ass up to the devil in a video.
He said a Victorian dress.
Bro, I seen Harry Styles on the cover of a fucking magazine wearing a dress, bro. Like, that's you gonna tell me Harry Styles?
Yeah, but I mean, Harry Styles hasn't been on it.
It's okay.
I mean, he's out there, but I'm pretty sure he'd be fucking though. I'm pretty sure he'd be getting women.
Maybe
I don't know, man.
A lot of some of the good ones too.
If you wear a dress, I don't know if that makes you gay. I mean,
it does make you gay if you're.
It makes you weird. I mean, you might be a weirdo.
No.
But I don't know. I don't know.
I gotta say,
I'm not advocating for it.
Wiz, if you're watching, congratulations, you got a baby girl on the way.
Yeah.
Fuck the other people on this fucking.
Fuck you, and fuck you.
Yeah, shout out.
I'm assuming he had to lift his skirt up to get the job done.
Just don't wear Shaq's.
God damn it,
just don't wear Shaq's white beater. That's the only thing. Just don't wear Shaq's white beater. You good, bro?
Hey, if that was Shaq's white beater, that shit would have been wider on him. He got that sundress fitted. All right. I know that's it. I don't know if she could play the video again, but that sundress was fitted.
Oh, straps and everything.
Taylor come in and fucking fit him fucking down. You tripping, bro.
Hey, Wiz, we ain't making fun of you. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't listen to music, so whatever.
Oh, you
like Wiz.
No,
I fucks with Wiz.
I
fucks with Wiz.
But he does like to have sex in Publix.
The off chance.
Is Wiz Khalifa on the Fast and Furious?
The off chance that Wiz Khalifa watches the Blunt Lab, he's gonna see this and he's gonna be like, "These guys don't fuck with me. Fuck that shit." And Matt's gonna be like, "No,
they follow you.
No. Hey, hold on. I'm a big Fast and the Furious fan.
He did that one song.
Wiz on the track. Okay, yeah, I'm cool.
The Paul Walker tribute song.
That's probably Wiz's most terrible song. What the fuck, bro?
For me, this is worse.
I will say this because of the movie and
the meaning behind it.
It brought a lot of people into his camp for sure.
Yeah,
that song almost made me cry. So hey, Wiz, great track.
I
don't listen to the rest.
The circumstances. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Now the segue. I did try to watch the late
all I gotta
70s.
say is sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas, bro. That's all I want to say.
All right, Morgan.
I'm gonna start off. I tried to watch it, but
you should have watched it.
You guys know, I watched the clips. I watched the important clips that, people were putting out, but I'm going to say this. It disturbed me to the soul, just hearing him and seeing that little bit, the same way Beyonce's music does, some of Rihanna's music.
Oh, okay.
So,
I don't get that. I don't get that from Kendrick, though.
It wasn't even you like to say he talks about God. Look, who knows the most about God?
No, that's true. The God they're talking about is the devil.
We'll move forward. We'll move forward. But nonetheless, it just bothered me the same way those other people's tracks bothered me. It put me in a foul mood. Dude, usually, my road rage is usually bad. But pimping, I was trying to listen and watch this in the car. Man.
Frequency got you.
See, turn the wind on when you're driving. You'll be in a good mood.
But I don't get that from him. I'm not discrediting your feelings about it. I would say I don't get that when I listen to his music. So I don't know.
The color schemes he uses, dude, all that shit is ritualistic.
Well, yeah.
Now I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Dive into that mess.
I thought it was whatchamacallit. I thought it was like a pop tribute thing because of like what he was wearing and shit. They showed that red shit that Pac had wore at the Summer World.
She was making fun of Drake. I don't know if you saw Drake's video with the red hoodie.
That was beautiful. No, I love the whole making fun of Drake. That was beautiful. I love it.
Now that was funny. Him bringing the Bloods and the Crips on stage. That was a big step.
And then Crip walking and doing all that shit up there.
Hell yeah, Russell Westbrook up there, dancing, DeRozan.
We'll see where that leads because I said it here on the show that it would be to a great advantage to black folks and to these gangs if those gangs went out of their way to protect us.
Yeah,
from what's going on.
Yeah, well, it's pretty well alleged that the CIA kind of started both of those gangs, though, in a design to have a duopoly with gangs in LA.
Yeah, I mean, even though the CIA may have started it, as a person, you still have control.
And that would be awesome if he can switch that, though.
You get put in those scenarios like that, Alan. Those boys, listen, they got a choice. Either I fucking man up and do this with what these guys are fucking doing around me, or I'm a bitch and I'm fucked and I'm dead. So not always. The choice, we talk about this on the show, and I don't want to harp on it, but sometimes you don't have a real choice. There's
when you see, when considering how they're living now, they're not being taken care of by the CIA.
Fuck no.
So if in fact these gentlemen get to hear this or whatever the case may be, if in fact as black people they started to work together and again start to protect us, take care of us, we would take care of them way better than the CIA.
Oh, yeah.
Way better than the CIA.
And see, here's the thing. I'd like to think that could happen, but it's not as cut and dried as that.
It's not.
They'll go in there and infiltrate those motherfuckers. They'll go in there and infiltrate, and they'll send each other against each other until the end of fucking time, just so those groups don't unite. They know how dangerous that is for them, and losing control of that is a game ender.
Look what happened. Look what happened to the people who tried to promote that kind of shit. Look where they are.
It happened time and time again. Look at Nipsey.
So we'll see.
Nipsey was putting shit together in that community. There was supposed to be a big benefit that week that he was fucking gunned the fuck down. That was supposed to start putting shit together. Every time they start hearing about that shit, they send out their fucking people and start taking care of that. It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
single letter bullshit.
Like the scene in Belly where they send DMX. They're sending DMX to kill the Reverend, and what that whole scenario is about. That is exactly what it is.
Yeah, they'll always find a weak link because there's always. But again, if everybody is being taken care of, hopefully you don't have to worry about that weak link. Because again, there's always a weak link. There's always a weak link.
No, that's the thing. They'll look for whatever it is, and if they can't find a thing to step on, they leverage family and shit. It's money or it's power, or they'll take your family. That's why it sucks when you have family and stuff. And the only way to get away with that is.
On top of that, black people refuse to work, no matter what the thing is, they refuse to work together.
Why do you think that is?
You would think, there's so many that harp on doing so, but yet nothing happens. But I didn't want to go too far down.
Yeah, that's majority.
Yeah, I didn't want to go down this dark road because I know you guys have some positive things you wanted to mention about the content. So, go ahead, Marcus.
No, I mean, I understand what y'all saying. I don't want to highlight the negatives that could be. I just want to see the positive of what happened. And like, regardless of what it was started for, what the cause was, like, you can always change a narrative. You can always change a situation.
You have that choice.
I feel like what he did in that moment, it was fucking historic, you know? Regardless of what comes of it going forward, it was still a moment that people have to appreciate and respect. On Juneteenth, you know, the history of that day and what that means. And like, I don't know, man, like, I feel like Kendrick kind of staked his claim and like what he's about. Regardless of the other stuff, the Illuminati shit and all the other things that we've talked about. I'm just saying, like, as a culture person, like, he's a good person to have leading that charge. To get Crips, Bloods, Hyrus, this, that, all these dudes on stage, there's no violence. I didn't hear about any fucking violence. Nobody hurting each other, nobody shooting, none of that bullshit. Just people out there celebrating, having a good time. Granted, they were celebrating a fucking battle.
What was fun for me? What was fun for me about the whole thing was them going at Drake. Now,
that was awesome. I love it.
If I had to choose or pick between the two, I would pick Kendrick over Drake.
Yeah. And you guys ought to accept that this is very well true, could be true that this beef is manufactured just like several that have happened before. Like, this could be.
I think it was.
Like Eminem. Yeah, no, I agree.
But manufactured by who and for who? Because this doesn't benefit Drake. Who's
for popularity, though?
Of course,
it does. To some extent, it is.
What's relevant again? But I'm saying, what's beneficial about being called a pedophile? Like that, I'm not signing up for that. If you call, I don't want to. No, I don't need you. I don't need 17,000 people screaming with fucking melodies and rhythms.
So that sounds cool.
A minor. I don't need that. Nah, bro. I don't. No, I'm not signing up for that.
Have you seen the videos that Drake has put out since it? And he said, listen, when he said minors, he was saying that I actually enjoy the cobalt miners. Which, they're going, oh, man, this shit is fucking great, dude. Like, I'm telling you, bro.
Of course, that's what somebody's going to say when they get called out like that.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel it. But, listen.
It's been brewing for 10 years, though.
Yeah,
I love Drake. I love Drake. So
Drake put himself out there as a pedophile.
Yes.
Every fucking conversation he brings on a fucking little teenager on stage.
And he starts talking that shit to her, and then he's like, how old are you? And they'll be like 16. He's like, still
and then he's whispering in their ear with the microphone away from her. And you're hitting up Millie Bobby Brown in her DMs when she was 12, 13.
Okay, but I've heard so much shit about that and how fake that bullshit is.
Right.
He's even addressed it in some of his songs and said, nah, what the fuck y'all talking about this Millie Bobby Brown shit?
But see, that's another thing. He brought her up. Kendrick never said nothing about her. And she said in their interviews that they text each other all the time. Like,
what about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to go and see him. I'm so excited, yeah.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
What the fuck are you texting a 16-year-old for? Like, what could you possibly have to talk to a 16-year-old about?
Unless that's a family member. 18 is right around the corner in that case, bro.
Well, about boy. Come on, bro. Like, that's crazy, right? That's crazy.
That's worse.
I don't know. I'm saying, like, I'm not saying that it's not industry thing, but I'm saying, like, I don't know why Drake would sign up for it. Why not? Because it's not making it more popular. It's definitely not helping with that.
Why not? He was actually declining.
His is, yeah.
I would definitely say Drake's coming out of the
Drake is not declining. Come on, don't turn this into last week. Drake is not declining.
I would say he's declining.
Drake is coming out of this he's coming out of this looking worse than he did when he started.
Yeah.
And Kendrick is
he'll still make money.
The people who like Kendrick, I like both of them. I don't give a single fuck.
People that are here Drake's name out there, he is looking a lot worse than he did at the beginning of this whole thing. People that aren't in the know of every single bit of this, in the public eye, he looks way worse than when it started. Just
I'm saying he's
why?
still
Because
gonna
some
make
rap
his
dude
money.
said some shit.
He's still gonna make money. He's still gonna sell out concerts and albums at the same time. No, Sean's right. Sean's right. He's definitely looked at differently. He's gonna be looked at in a different light.
In the court of public opinion, Kendrick Lamar is trouncing his ass. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, the battle's over. Yeah, the battle's over. He lost to Pusha T too.
It's about 50-50 in my algorithm and thread.
Yeah, this is where it might have been they set this up or what have you, not having a choice. But I don't know if you guys are aware, but the Michael Jackson song "Bad" was supposed to be a duet with Prince.
Yep.
When Prince read the lyrics and saw the line that said "Your butt is mine," he asked Michael, "Who's saying that line?" Fuck this shit. Michael was like, "I'm saying it to you." Prince said, "No thanks." All right, so you can sign on and sign off. No, you have a choice in these. And let me tell you right now, I don't know who started this. I personally don't care because I don't. I think I don't.
I think Kendrick started it.
No,
like 13 years ago.
Not to go harp too much on it because I know it's kind of off topic, but Future really started it.
I mean, like 13 years ago, Control, like Kendrick came out and dissed everybody in the industry. That really to me started.
That was what pissed him off originally because he was the only one that didn't take it well.
Kendrick and Drake did a song together, and they blew up after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if we're being honest, Kendrick's biggest song is the one with Drake on it.
Exactly.
I mean, it was. Not Like Us is his biggest song now. It was.
Poetic Justice is better and bigger than any song Kendrick's ever had.
Poetic Justice is cool. It's a good song. It's not his best song, though. No, I won't.
Come on.
It might be his biggest. No, it's not his best song.
Popular
it's not his best song.
Again, we played this line all the time. Popular and best do not always line up.
Hell no, they don't. All Right is a way better song. A way better song.
Not really though. He screams "all right" 500 times on the track.
That's true, but what he's saying,
I could blow up doing the same shit.
I'm saying, like, the meaning behind "all right," like when he did it at the concert, that shit was.
I agree. It has a better meaning, but it is not a better song.
He said he's saying "Not Like Us" 5 times the other night.
You know what I'm saying? Not Like Us might be his biggest song, bro. Like, that might have overtaken Poetic Justice.
And if we're being honest, that song is garbage too.
That song is very trash too.
I think Meet the Grams is better. I think the Meet the Grams is his best diss track. Because if you start a song out, "Dear My Son," nah, bro, we gotta fight for real. Like, we actually have to go see each other. We can't rap no more. It's beyond rap. You didn't talk. You rapping to my son, bro? You done lost your damn mind. Like, no, we got to see each other. That's crazy. You know, I'm glad none of that happened.
Down that level. Thanks.
I'm glad we learned from the Tupac and Biggie thing. Like, let's really not go to that part. Like, let's not go that far with it. You know, nobody needs to fucking die.
If we're being 100% honest, though, Section 80 is some of Kendrick Lamar's best shit ever made.
That's true.
And people don't talk about it for some reason.
He's above people, man. His rap is sophisticated. I've heard people say that. Oh, his rap, I don't understand it. Like, what? Don't you understand?
No, that's because he's on that other level. Like, it's not what you're going to get from the majority of the industry.
The track that he's on with Lil Wayne, Mona Lisa, I do like his.
I want to address one thing I just said. I was talking about the Pac and Biggie thing. I'm glad it didn't escalate that far. To be fair, Kendrick did say that Drake should die because of, like, in Meet the Grams, he did say that. Like, he was calling him a pedophile.
He's told him he wants him dead, and he's like, I don't want this beef, I want you dead. Yeah, so I mean, he's taking it to that level, but I mean, in words.
Yeah, he did go that far.
Kendrick ain't gonna do shit anyway, so he can talk all he wants.
It's safe to say that we don't want any pedophile to live, right?
I mean, if that shit comes to the light and it's actually true, then yeah, man, Drake need to get up out of here. Like, no, there's no room for that shit. No.
Hit me with some evidence besides Kendrick Lamar talking shit on the track, and then I'll agree with you.
I mean, Drake got some suspect behavior, but I mean, that's, to be fair, it doesn't necessarily make it that way. It just looks crazy.
It looks crazy. I agree.
That's what I'm saying. I was being to be weird on stage.
I like
is
Drake.
It something illegal? No, but is it something weird to be like, kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I like Drake's music, but
Yeah, that's his demographic, though. Let's be honest. That's his demographic. So
that doesn't mean you make out with like I've seen him kiss girls on stage that said that they were 16 before he kissed them. He's like, yeah, well, anyway, let's get. So I'm like,
are you watching?
I never seen that. Drake,
I
you're watching it. I've never seen that.
I'll send you the clip.
That was one girl said she was 17.
Be careful.
And he kissed her like 4 times. That was weird,
dude. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I was like, yo, in this climate, you're gonna do that? Even after she said it, that's crazy that you would invite that on yourself.
Maybe, if that's part of the machine's way of like promoting this, they want that shit.
I'm sure it is. But again, if he's an agent of that machine, then we need to get him going because that's that bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there's a time and place. That's not the time nor the place. Or the age.
Right. And like that last battle or the last diss track, well, that's what you're gonna call it, the Heart Part 6, like the whole track, he's defending himself, saying like, oh, if I was fucking young girls, they'd had me arrested by now. Like, what? Who says that? Like, he called Kendrick like a wife beater and this and that, and like you got molested and your kid ain't really your kid. Kendrick didn't address not a single fucking thing Drake said. But Drake come out and say, "Oh, I'm not a pedophile." Like, why are you saying that? Like, bro, you sound like a pedophile. That's what a pedophile would say.
Yeah, the fact that you lend any kind of credence to it to defend against it, it's like when somebody calls you out, and you're just like, "I'm not even gonna." That's fucking. That's the stupidest.
It's at least in your head. Like, it's at least in your head. Like, it's something that you've heard that's out there. It's like everything that Kendrick said in this battle. Like, for one, Pusha T said years ago, and two, like, it's not new information. This is just shit that's been out there that's been circulating about him. And he just put it to a different, audience, essentially.
So to wrap it up, is it safe to say that Kendrick won this battle?
Oh, this shit's been done, bro. It's done. That's been done.
I say yes. I know that's still contented, but I say yes.
I don't think there was a winner. I don't think there was a winner, to be honest.
No way.
Hey, I don't think these dudes are really beefing. I don't think it was bullshit. They both had good tracks. They both went at each other. I know in a quote unquote war, somebody has to win. I don't think somebody.
That's what was the name of that concert? Like Kid and Friends? Like I feel like that was Drake's funeral. And like he had California like celebrate and dance on this man. Great.
Just wait till Drake drops again, and then we'll see if his career's over.
No, Drake, he already dropped. He came out with some Hey Delilah shit. Like he was like rapping in a Canadian accent. Was it AI?
I don't know. That's some bullshit. I heard that shit. Wait till Drake drop a real album, and then we'll really be able to tell if his career's over.
You guys just wait.
Hey, what I will add to it is it's kind of wild the amount of celebrities that they really put it in our face have Kendrick's side on this. That to me is very interesting. That's what I'm watching.
Yeah.
Well, look, I don't want to harp too much on this because we want to talk about episode 4 of The Boys.
Hell yeah!
But so I just want to make a couple of mentions. Rest in peace to Willie Mays.
Oh
and
Mays.
John Sutherland.
Yeah. Sutherland. Jerry West. Did we RP Jerry West last week? I don't know.
Jerry West last week. Yeah, we did talk about it.
Bill Walton the week before.
Well, we talked about it. Didn't, Bill Walton as well.
All right. Rest in peace to those people.
Yeah.
We won't harp on it because again we got something else to talk about. But Major League Baseball finally recognizes the Negro League.
Yeah, shout out. Take them 150 years.
Yeah, it took them long enough.
150 years.
I know.
I'll too late.
That shit on this, Al, but this is kind of what I keep trying to say. Like, we're trying. That doesn't mean that shit doesn't still exist, but I think we are trying. Like, we're trying to turn a page on it all.
Yeah, we can hope. And this doesn't really warrant much time because I mean, damn. I guess congratulations to the Celtics.
Fuck them. Fuck Boston.
Hey, I will say, I'm glad Jaylen Brown got the Finals MVP though, because he definitely deserved it.
But Tatum had the better stats. I thought you stats guys like the stats.
Nah, Jaylen Brown was consistent. Jaylen was consistently better the whole series.
Jaylen Brown shot better.
Proves my point about MJ versus LeBron. It has nothing to do about longevity. It has nothing to do about overall stats. It's about the person that when it comes down to the time, takes the fucking ball and wins the fucking game. And that's what Jaylen did multiple times during all of the series. But like he said when he dropped the mic, y'all gonna say we didn't really beat nobody.
No, they didn't, but
because they didn't.
Yeah. No, they really didn't. But hey, I want to say too, fuck the Celtics for sure. But I am happy for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as basketball players.
Yes.
Dudes are fantastic. They're awesome players. Derek White as well. Fuck Derek White for life because of what he did in Miami a couple years ago. But
they didn't beat nobody.
Dude was a hooper. Yeah, they ain't beat shit. They ain't beat nobody.
Hey, Clay's about to come down there and get Miami a championship.
Clay's going to Dallas. That's what I heard.
No, Clay's going to Miami.
Golden State. No, he's not leaving Golden State.
I take
Miami, you know. I take Miami.
And I'm telling y'all right now, y'all got to stop talking about this super team shit that Steph had because what the fuck, bro?
What do you mean, what the fuck?
I'm serious.
Congrats. Who cares?
Congratulations.
And Porzingis. Porzingis. I'm glad Porzingis got a chip, too. I like Porzingis.
And he got
episode 4. Episode 4, the boys.
He does what he does again.
Let's give this episode his due. Fuck Boston.
That episode was wild, bro.
Are we all caught up?
Yeah, I think so. Everybody watched it. It was a good one. It was definitely a good one, and it went.
Homelander is so fucking
unhinged.
I like
that they're taking Homelander. It gives us more Homelander more than anything.
So unhinged. Yeah, he's so unhinged,
gonna be
bro.
mad. Y'all gonna be mad when he winds up being the hero in the end of it all, because you know that's what's gonna happen, right?
Stop it! Stop it! No, he's gonna be the big bad. They're gonna have to take
redemption. So, Rich, you're all caught up. Did you get the scene? Did you get the scene where his son threw that dude?
Yes, and threw him against the wall.
Right into the fucking wall.
And he liked that dude. I'm telling you, like the dynamics of what's going to play out over the rest of this season and next season being the finale and all, that there's a lot that's going to play out in it. But I think, you know, like just as much as you guys talk about like Sean kind of mentioned it last week a little bit too, and you guys laughed about it, but I think Homelander is going to wind up being one of our fucking baby faces in the end. They're going to unheal him somehow. Like, I don't know how that's what this show does.
No, God, please, no, 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 no.
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind a redemption arc. And don't
not. I personally will say this. I feel kind of let down a little. I still love the show, so I don't want to get the wrong premise across. But it's gotten a little Hollywood now. Like they put money into it this year with the season.
They always do.
And it's lost a lot of its like dirtiness and its grit, and they made everybody kind of pretty and very fake like. And fucking Aaron, I swear to fucking God.
Whoa. As far as pretty, Starlight is no longer pretty after what
that's my point. Aaron, that's her real name. Whatever she did with this fucking plastic surgery, when I watch it, all I see is a fucking demon. Like I can't get past it anymore.
And her acting has suffered because of it.
Terrible.
And no, I was just going to say that now. Take nothing away from the face is, that's one thing entirely. But you can see when she's acting and some of the lines that she says, she kind of mumbles them because she can't move her mouth. And that's unfortunate. Poor girl, because she was super pretty. She was incredibly pretty.
What you said earlier, Al, is I think that maybe this bitch has gotten cloned. Like, something. Like, the demon's got her, dude. I don't.
And dude, what about Marcus's boy, M? Like he's lost a ton of weight.
Say this, and again, obviously, this might be an article. This might be an article to detract from what's going on, but they actually answered that, and he's talked about it. He went on a big journey between seasons about health and fucking like getting his shit. He's on like a whole organic diet. Like he's really working on his body. So it's not that he's losing weight due to disease. He's just eating healthier, and he's not as bulky. And because you can see his face, he definitely lost weight. It's not
or
just
so they say.
That's what the story is.
Cocaine is a very strict diet,
the
too.
story is that he's on a journey of health.
And Butcher and Kiko, too. Look at them all. Like, they just, I don't know. The show lost its, like, grit and its dirtiness for me. Like, it's way more, like, commercial-like now. Very Hollywood.
It lost its love. It's gotten more on a popular. And you can tell it by... I saw before this season even started, you can tell by the showrunners just attitude towards it. I saw a bunch of shit from Eric Kripke where he's like, oh, if everybody thinks the show's too walk, they can go fuck off and go watch another show. It's like, look, man, that happens. So with shows, I feel like they did the same thing with Game of Thrones. They get so good in like season 4 and they're just like, you know what? If nobody else likes us, we got all these other people. We can do whatever we want. They start inserting their ideas and their agendas and their propaganda and they start losing people. But it's not enough that the show's not still fucking great.
Dude, Homelander making it back to what he calls home.
Coming out of the elevator. Oh, man. He's
an incredible actor.
I feel like that ice cream cake That ice cream cake.
It's got a Fudgy the Whale for him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my Fudgy the Whale.
The first dude, he freaking walks into the burn room.
Yeah, the burn room. He's like, you remember how it may not have burnt me up, but it hurt, right?
Fun fact, even though my skin didn't char, it still really hurt. I mean, a lot. Yeah, I was in there screaming in agony, and my tears just sizzled away.
Well, and the way he sells that whole film with kindness character.
Oh yeah.
And again, this show, every time I watch it, I'm always eating when a particular scene happens to happen.
You should know better. You should know better by this point.
I actually should know better by now because, dude, when he told Homeboy, I want you to stand up front here and jerk off for us.
I do want you to jerk off in front of us right now. Hey, guys, come on over here. Come on. Yeah. We're all gonna laugh at you. Okay?
Yes. Hey, yo.
So we can laugh at you.
What a great scene. Just his face, his maniacal laughter during that scene is incredible. He has proven himself. And I mean, that's okay. So that's what I was going to say as far as what Rick was talking about earlier. I think that this show, not only does this prove that Anthony Starr is probably one of the best actors, definitely on the show and possibly going right now, but I feel like this is also the episode where he's completely fucking done. Like, he's irredeemable after this and what he's done. This is the episode where he tries to lose every part of himself that he's going back home and destroying that. This is where he makes himself completely Homelander, and you can tell that by the way they keep calling him John, and he corrects him and he says, I'm not John anymore, I'm Homelander.
Not fucking John. Not fucking
After
John. I'm telling you guys.
This episode, I believe he's completely irredeemable, and he's trying to completely erase that so he can be. He will be the big bad, and it'll be either his son or the boys going after him. That's my call. Because he's
Marcus, where you at? Where you at with this?
I'm all the way caught up. I mean, yeah, man, Homelander's he's unhinged, bro. Like I feel like he's been going down this track this whole time, but I feel like all of this is deliberate. Like him going back to his quote unquote home. That's his weakness, is his humanity, and that's what's gonna be the thing that ultimately is his downfall. It has to be, because outside of that, he doesn't really have a weakness. But his disdain for humans is what's gonna have to be his downfall.
We're toys, dog.
The fact that he still is a human, even though he doesn't want to be. They called back to him with the gray hairs and shit like that. Like an old girl saying, like, you're getting older, you're gonna die at some point. All these things are like placed, perfect timing. That's what's gonna have to be his downfall. I'm curious as to what the fuck is going on with Butcher. And whatever the fuck that thing is.
He's got shit in the back.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It crawls everywhere.
What I'm saying, he fucking
obliterated
Ezekiel. So, what the fuck was that?
I was going to say, that scene with Ezekiel definitely had something to do with him, too.
I'm telling you, just don't. Mean, this is absolutely, completely just me, going off gut. It's going to wind up being like Homelander's got to save us from Butcher, some shit. Like, it's going to come down to some dumb shit like that. But yes, I think at the end of the day, it's about the struggle is going to be about the son, because that's what's keeping Butcher even going.
The real hero, the real hero is going to end up being Marcus's boy, A-Train.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
Definitely
A-Train's got a fucking redemption story coming.
Yeah, it seems like
A-Train is going to be the true hero.
But I can't trust him, bro, because he's done this shit before.
Exactly.
He looks believable. No, I'm saying
but that's why this show gave him a second chance. They want to prove second chances.
Seriously. No, seriously, like A-Train is like done good shit and then turn around and
because it's dark skin, huh, Marcus?
Yeah, possibly. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I was like, every season he's had a moment to be redeemed, and then he turns around and like, I can't remember everything specifically, but I know the first time it was trying to help the guys out, and then he turns around and gives Homelander all the information he just gave him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. He's had moments. Maybe it's his brother and his nephews, and like realizing like, hey, bro, everything that you are is a fucking joke. Everything that you are is fabricated. And it's like, y'all talk about the machine spitting it out.
What M says to him is important in that sense, though. The fact that he's trying, and every time he backslides. But I feel like it shows that human ability every time that we step forward to backslide, and he gets a little bit further every time, a little bit further to crossing that line every time. But then he backslides.
M said it himself. And M said it himself. He's ready. He's ready. He's ready.
I want to believe in him, man. I want to believe in him. Trust me, I really do. But
I feel like that's why he got a second chance. He got his second heart. He got that second heart from that racist asshole, so he could have a real redemption story. I gotta believe it.
Who do you think? How do you think that the compound V got inside of Huey's dad's IV? What do you guys think?
The mom did it.
Because that's what I was saying. I thought.
You saw how she. They don't.
She got close to him.
They don't show affection. He can't stand her. You saw how she rolled up on him. Yeah. And the way she rolled up on him.
She put her hands around his waist. Yeah,
her face said it.
I was going back to watch that part of that episode again because the first time I went in there, I definitely saw Huey pocket that shit. And no, I'm not going to do it. But then the next thing I saw was the blue coursing through it. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
She was watching him the whole time.
She did that shit.
She was watching him the whole time.
And obviously, if she bounce on her baby for 21 whatever years, 22 years or whatever, obviously she's of that type of mind and light.
So my question is, do we get to see Simon Pegg as a Stoop? Because that'd be dope.
Oh, dude, that would be fucking awesome. That's my guy, man. That's my guy.
He was supposed to be the original Huey. When they started writing the story, they wrote it for Simon Pegg to be Huey. That was the original plan, but it went so long that they wanted to cast him still, so they cast him as Dad.
Yep, he was originally supposed to be Huey.
Yeah, he was supposed to be Huey, which is kind of cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
I don't know. I always go back and forth with Jack Quaid because like, have you guys watched the newest Scream with him?
Yes.
All right, so you see how he has that, and see, I like him as a bad guy, but when he's kind of playing this role, I just don't like him. I don't buy it. Like, I don't know.
You like bad boys, don't you?
I like a bad boy.
No, I like better fucking actors, and I feel like he's probably only as
I love the scene where he does end up killing somebody in this episode, though, where he slices him with a box cutter and the blood sprays across his face, and he gets this maniacal look for a second. That's a great scene with Huey.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like, I like him as like the bad guy, like when he can kind of take on that kind of role. But
I think that's what the story is going for. They're eventually going to get him fucking grotesque, where he's just a beast, but he's not there. And I think that they've kind of dragged feet on it, but I feel like that's where they're going with Huey. He's a maniac, dude.
See it all.
And to hop back onto
Frenchie, you bring up the Frenchie situation. You didn't really bring that up because that really comes to a big head in this episode. You know, how
he comes clean.
He tells Colin that that's his name, right? Colin. He tells him, like, his lover guy, that he killed his fucking parents. Like, he was struggling with that big time, and then he just showed him his ankle like he did, and
it feels so forced. That whole storyline feels so forced to like reinforce his character, like they didn't build him enough or something. But he's already built as a character. I feel like they forced the storyline, and now they have nothing to do with Kimiko, so she's going like this Disney fucking weird, like, I'm gonna go get drunk line. Like, that's not her. That's not her character. It's kind of dumb.
And I mean, Frenchie would not have made that mistake. So I agree with you, Sean. That storyline is kind of forced.
Yeah,
and to harp back onto Homelander, the getting rid of the human side, he mentions a lot how his son is not human.
Well, no.
He points it out a lot, and that he's better than human.
Yeah, we're toys.
Before his son, but hey, his son is more human than him, though, if you think about it, because his son was raised by
he's got the better part of his mom, and his mom was human. Yeah, so he was
raised in a lab.
Well, that's why I felt bad about killing dude too. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was my friend. I've spent so much time with him. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah. We'll see how that plays out. But episode 4 was great. I recommend the show. All the boys. It's on Amazon Prime. Oh yeah, it's going strong. Very strong. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you guys are looking for any hard work, please reference to my nephew Nate. His info is in our description box. I think I finally got that right. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. We love the engagement.
The comments this week have been amazing, you guys. Thank you so much for engaging, both between
absolutely.
on the shorts and on the show. It's been awesome.
Yeah, a few minutes at this point. Thank you for all the engagement. Anybody asks questions, has statements, we love it. We'll answer it the best of our ability. You guys are awesome.
Yeah. So yes, signing off. I'm Al, joined by my brothers Marcus, Matt, Sean, Rick. Peace.